Oh my goodness, I forgot my necklace. I was going to wear a rhinestone necklace to celebrate Dolly. Our hearts are broken, but our lives are so much richer for having followed her example of love and friendship and good service. Good service to the community. Godspeed, Dolly. I love you. I hope you are a huge Dolly fan too, and I hope today you are celebrating all things Dolly. We are going to celebrate all things pumpkin. How cute! Look at that little chipmunk. I had so much fun making this yesterday afternoon. I had some quiet time. I sneaked back in here, made a pumpkin. We need to go ahead and paint the back of this pumpkin, and then I have another pumpkin blank that the girls had gone ahead and primed for me, and we're going to do the spookies today. We're going to do the spookies. So let's get this one painted. I'm going to go ahead and get out my Lazy Susan so that we can paint this quickly and easily. I'm going to turn the fan on low so we've got that going on. For this one, I'm going to go ahead and paint the back of it in our Rethunk Junk paint by Laura. This is Marigold. And I just got some fresh paint brushes out because Lord knows I went through a bunch of them yesterday. So let me squish it in real good so you can see the whole thing. And I'm a huge proponent of using both sides. Do you do both sides of a pumpkin? Would you? What would you put on the back of this pumpkin? I mean, seriously, I'm being serious. What would you put here? Because it frustrates me not to use both sides of a wooden blank because then you've got one blank side, and I feel like it could be something. It could be something. Should we like put a cornucopia on here for Thanksgiving? I don't know. What could we possibly do with a blank side? Somebody drop a comment. Say hello when you come in and drop a comment if you have an idea of what we could do on this back side. Would you put one of the brand new cornucopias from Iron Orchid Designs mold sets there? We could. It would go and it would look really good. You could have a 2-for-1. I can't leave this just plain, not when we have so much on the other side. And we blended all around the edges. So I feel like we need to blend this a little bit too. I don't want to spend a ton of time on this. What do you think about cornucopias? I think the cornucopias from Iron Orchid Designs are lovely. I just don't know. I just don't know. We could shift. Let's just paint it and let it dry real quick. And we'll start our other project and then we'll think about the cornucopias. What could we do on this side of this pumpkin so that we get the most use from this pumpkin board? I'm going to leave a little bit of that yellow shining through. That marigold is the perfect pumpkin color. Let's set him right straight into the fan, like right up against it. Turn it on high even. And let's get this pumpkin out. Spooky spook. Let's see which one we love. Because only one's going to fit. And we're going to have a lot of extra space. This one fits side to side. No, I'm here for the spooky. Let's go ahead and spray this out so we can pull these apart and see really what fits here. Good morning and welcome in. I'm so sorry. I'm just all in here like we're here every minute of every day. I'm Diane Pruitt. We're in the studio at Two Girls Treasure. Good evening. Good morning. Welcome. Where are you from? Where are you from that it's evening? But thank you for taking some of your evening time to join us. Glad I go live first thing in the morning here. We're Eastern time in South Carolina. We are celebrating the life of Dolly Parton today. You know, I'm a big fan. I love Dolly. And I'm a Tennessee girl, so there's that too. Kind of like this one here. I kind of like this one. Little pumpkin head woman. This one would be just about the same. We could probably even scooch it a little higher. Let's do that. I don't want to lose. I love this archway. I have a tree that does that in our woods, so I don't want to lose that. All right, let's go ahead then. Set the pumpkin to the side. I'm going to spray this bottom edge. We're going to let that sit for just a minute. We'll go ahead and spray all the edges. I'm going to peel the paper off so that I get that ragged edge look. I love to blend that when I'm doing decoupage. I'm going to dry that off just a little bit. I want to peel it, but I don't want to peel the entire thing. I just want to peel some of this bottom edge off. Welcome in. It is pumpkin, sunflower, and chrysanthemum time in South Carolina. So we're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate with it. It would be time at Dollywood for all the pumpkins to be out and the children to be invited to wear their costumes and have fun playing. Dollywood is such a happy place. We didn't get to go last fall, but now we're gonna absolutely have to go. All right, I want to keep this right here, so we're gonna pull that edge. And we're gonna pull this edge right here. We're gonna do the same on this side. When you dampen your rice paper before you put your decoupage on, it's so much easier to pull it apart. where you want to pull it apart. See, that's just what I wanted. Just what I wanted. Put a little bit more right here so we can shade around it. And a little bit more right here. Yeah, that's going to look really cool. Why am I peeling? Well, you're looking at a wooden pumpkin blank and a sheet of decoupage rice paper design. And what we're going to do is decoupage it on our little pumpkin wooden blank. We're going to shade around it just like we did with our cute little sunflower and chipmunk. We have a guest. We have a guest. Is it Mr. Pruitt? I'm not sure. I don't hear him. I don't see him. Let's go see who's visiting. But we're going to decoupage this on. We're going to shade around in the blank spots. And we're just going to make a cute little decor piece for your pumpkin holidays. Let me go see who's visiting. I'll be right back. Good morning. How are y'all doing? I'm good. Welcome in. Anything special I can help you find? All right. Y'all take your time. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be right here in the studio. How wonderful. I love it when we have company. So we fitted this to the pumpkin. We're going to set it to the side and we're going to go ahead and take our Rethunk Gunk, which is a product from Rethunk Junk Paint by Laura. This is our decoupage medium. We're going to give it a little shake and open it up. It's just a white to clear medium. You can use it on all of your decoupage projects. You can use it not only as your underlayment for your decoupage projects, but this is also your sealer for your projects. And you can use this on fabric, wood, plastic, anything that you're going to decoupage over, you can use this product. It's an all-in-one. You don't have to have separate decoupage mediums with this brand. You just need this one product. And you don't have to wait for this to dry for it to get sticky and usable. It is sticky and usable. I'm going to spray my rice paper. I like to do that because it helps me to lay it down nice and smooth. We're going to start from the top since I have that prepared. And if I didn't dampen it, I wouldn't have been able to lift it back up like that. So let's make sure we don't have any wrinkles. Smooth those ragged edges out. Almost an oxymoron, but not. We'll smooth that all down. And then we're just going to go ahead and go right straight back over the top of it with another coat of Rethunk Gunk. Not too heavy. I probably put a little more on than I needed to, but enough so that it will stay in the place where we put it. It will dry well. I'm going to rake just a little bit of that off. And then we are done with that, and we need it to dry. So while it's drying, we're going to move this out of the way. And we'll set that right straight in, right up against the fan. Now, back to this. The IOD cornucopia mold set. Super duper Those are grapes. We use those. Here's the cornucopia. Here's the cornucopia. So we have a cornucopia we could lay in here. And we also have the pomegranates. We could just do a whole thing here. I'm going to peel off. This is where we dyed the pieces when we were casting them in resin. Let's see. Here we go. We have the pomegranate. Yeah, this one came out of right here. But I just used some dye when I poured our resin. That looks lovely. And a cornucopia with it. I think so. Now, the biggest question I have now is clay or resin, and I think resin. I think so. So we could pour either one. They're not mirror images, y'all. They are different. This has a little bit more to it. Let's pour this one, and then we will cast out with the pomegranates. And then we'll have a double-sided decor board, one that you can keep up all October, and then once the calendar turns, you can turn it over for November, and you will have your November holiday board. So we'll do that later. At least we've made the plan. We'll set it to the side, and let's see how dry this is. Oh, that's not quite dry enough, but it's drying. So let's go ahead and take our dark spooky colors and let's lay them in to our board. Now I'm just going to keep using the same brush because I'm going to keep blending colors. I'm going to put a little bit of this marigold and green down through here. But this is not where we're going to land. This is just where we're going to start. We need some rich dark tones to go around this. But because we're going to blend these in, we want to be able to get that peek through. So that's probably, I need a little bit more, just a little bit more. There we go. All right. We'll cap that. And here is our slate. Definitely going to go in with some slate to start that graying tone. And I got a little too much, so I'm going to dry brush it off. And we're just going to frame it in. Set the slate to the side, and let's get my favorite. Let's crack out some Midnight. We're just going to tamp some off on the paper towel. I'll still be able to use what I am tamping off on the paper towel. And we're just going to blend these edges. A little bit of midnight over the top of our marigold with green, pine shadow, our slate. I'm just going to keep on till there's not one color, but several. A little bit right here. All right. There we go. Now we have this greenish pumpkin, greenish brownish, blackish pumpkin. Oh, I like that finish. What do you like? Do you really love it? Do you really, really like it? I do. I'm going to go ahead while I have this on my brush, and I'm going to brush the sides of the stem. So we want to cover this primer over. When we're doing bare wood projects, we usually like to put a primer coat on. Doesn't necessarily mean it is our power primer. I think this is, though. But just a base coat, because when you're doing bare wood, it will absorb your material really quickly. I'm going to get a fresh brush. I need this dry, so we're going to go ahead and throw it on power play on the high setting of the fan. We could do the very same with this piece. We'll make it double-sided. We'll do the front side for your October, for your Halloween decor, your spooky season projects, coffee break. And then on the back side, we could actually take our Bramblewood Diaries transfer, and we could use the November design. I've got that right in front of the fan, y'all. Oh, I absolutely adore that finish. That is turning nice. I can even see where I'm going to do our shading. Yes, I absolutely love it. But we do need it super duper dry. I'm going to hold it right up in front of the fan. We'll have a coffee break. Grab your coffee. And welcome to the studio. Thank you for being here. We have some projects to work through, and this is day 3 this week. We have done a lot of work. There's some pieces coming up on our Facebook page that I finished yesterday off camera. Make sure you follow us on our social media. Sometimes I don't get the chance to record everything we do in here, but you will see the finished product on our Facebook and Instagram. Sometimes you will even see a collage fly through on TikTok. So follow us on all the places so that you can keep up with what we're working on. And if you have any questions or you want to come to the studio to play, please do. We welcome you to come join us. pretty dry, pretty dry. So let's go ahead. We would have one down here. We would have one here and one here and one here. Now, let's smooth those out a little bit. And we will continue shading. We're not done. Becky is the best at shading these pumpkins. Just want to lighten that up a little bit. Bring that out. Soften that a little bit. Bring that out. We want to bring some of that midnight right here around our stem. And right here around our bottom edge, we want to dance that in right there too. Now we've got a little bit of definition to our pumpkin, a little bit of definition to our scene. That is looking pretty spooky. And y'all, I don't do a lot of spooky stuff. I just don't. I don't do a lot of spooky. But this one looks pretty cute. Cute spooky. All right, let's go back in with, we'll save that for a second. Let's go back in with our, we were working with Pine Shadow. Let's just highlight around the edge of that. A little bit more. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and smoosh that out. Now let's do this side. A little bit of Pine Shadow here. right along that same edge, inside and out. And I know that's a brighter green. We're not done. We are not done. Let's go ahead and shade that line right there. That's our pumpkin line. All right, and now majestic right here, right here. Let's get our slate back out. And let's work that in right over that green so that we can blend those colors. I'm thinking a bit more right here. We can go right over that midnight because we're not going to shade it out. We're just going to lighten it. So you've got your little edges of your pumpkin. Nice. All right, now let's cap that. We need to tink this down in the water because we don't want to ruin our brush. And I really feel like we're going to take our bronze in here. I think that. But I'm going to take our bronze. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Our bronze with a little bit of that slate. Let's catch a little bit of that light right there. Now, oh yeah, got just a little shimmer in the right spot. I think we need to come in on this side a little bit right here beside. This edge looks like a tree. Looks pretty cool. Let's get a little bit of shimmer up the edge of this tree. And all we're doing is highlighting the existing image. Wow. Looks like there's a little person right here. And just a little gentle touch of that bronze and slate mixture. All right. And right along the edge of the stem. right there. A little bit of light in the dark shadows. Very good, very good. A little bit more just on the inside, just on the sides of that pumpkin line. Oh, yes, that's it. Spooky is as spooky does. We're going to tamp just a little bit over that line just to soften it a little bit more. All right. Now then, ooh, that's pretty cute. We went from this to this. I hope you love it. I do. I'm going to throw some of this bronze around the edge, blended with our midnight and our slate. It makes just the right highlight. Great job, y'all. Love that. Let's come around this side as well. And there we go. Love it. Simple, easy, very cute. We can add some gothic black style ribbon around the stem. A little bit of raffia to make it look harvesty. But what a great pumpkin to display for your Halloween. Look how cool. I love it. Now, we're going to put November on the back side after this is really good and dry. And ta-da! That's it. That's us. We're done. I'm out of here. I didn't do all of my work that I was supposed to get done yesterday. So guess what I have to do today? My work in the store, my work. I did get a bunch done, but not all. Hope you love our pumpkins. We have our sunflower and mouse. He's actually a chipmunk. Our sunflower and chipmunk. What a cutie pie. And we will on the back, because we like to make things two-sided. We like to make them usable for more than one season. We will use our Iron Orchid Designs cornucopia mold set. We're going to pour this in resin. We'll add our pomegranates all the way around, and then we'll have a two-sided dual purpose pumpkin for display. And we'll do the very same with this. A little bit of spooky, a little bit of family. How cool. All right. Thank you so, so much for being here with me today. Celebrate your Dolly with all of your favorite memories of how Dolly Parton touched your life. Your memories of going to Dollywood. I have a lot of those memories. I'm so thankful to be on this side of Tennessee where it's a little bit easier for us to get to Dollywood. And now I know we'll be making the pilgrimage back up there very soon. I hope y'all have a beautiful day. We'll be right back here tomorrow. I've got a couple of more projects I want to try to finish up for this harvest season. So I hope you'll be able to join me then. Again, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're getting closer to our goal. Thank you for supporting. I appreciate it so very much. And follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, all the things. Check out our website at twogirlstreasure.com. And if you're in the area, well, we're right off I-95 in Florence, South Carolina, literally a half mile off the interstate. So if you're traveling from the northeast to the warm, warm south, stop here on the in-between and say hello. Let me know that you're on our YouTube channel, and I will tell you how much I appreciate you in person. Have a beautiful day. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and celebrate Dolly. Bye, y'all.